What's up, guys? Cheese here, and today we've got the King's Cup challenge going on. Unfortunately, it just ended today, so I didn't actually get to finish the tournament. I didn't realize it was just gonna stop me, so I got to 5-1, and they just gave me a chest, and I got to open it, and that was it. But I do have this on my replay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it. This is the only replay I have, unfortunately. But if you didn't already know, the King's Cup Challenge gives you a random deck that you get to play with, and your opponent has the same deal. They get a random deck. I don't think it's completely random. You don't get to pick, but you get chosen for you a certain type of deck. So this guy's got the Expo Bowler. His other ones aren't necessarily going to be the same every single time. Same with mine. I've got Dark Lightning, so I get the Dark Prince, the Lumberjack, and the Lightning spell. But I'm pretty sure my other cards are changeable. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think I've seen the exact same deck every time. But the advantage to this is if you figure out that someone has the Expo, then you immediately know that you're going to need to counter it. So he's got the bowler, so I put up my furnace. This as kind of like a distraction thing, but he's got a pretty good counter going right now with the princess and the bowler. He's got that mini P.E.K.K.A coming down, but I'm going to go ahead and distract them with my skeleton army. And luckily for me, the princess couldn't take down the furnace in time because she could have absolutely wrecked that skeleton army. Now his skeleton army distracts my Dark Prince just long enough for it to go down. But we got our towers down similarly. Another cool thing about this challenge is that you don't have to have the princess to get it in your deck, or you know, the Expo, or a legendary, or even a bowler, or a lumberjack. And so if you're a lower level account, you know, 8, 7, 6. You actually get boosted up to level 9, so it's a completely fair playing field. So you really get to test how good you are at this game. And he's got the Expo going down again. I'm gonna go ahead and lightning it, take out the skeleton army, and my answer to the mini P.E.K.K.A was the Dark Prince, because he's got a shield. So he's pretty much, besides the skeleton army, he's my only counter. But right now I have a small advantage of 200, and I think at this point, if I'm smart, I'm going to try and do some chip damage with the lightning. I placed that lumberjack a little early because the tower isn't locked onto the bowler. He's got 2 princesses. I'm going to go ahead and take her out. I'm going to charge the skeleton army. He kind of wasted a fireball, but that archer gets another shot in. And then I was like, screw it, let's see if I can get this lumberjack to the tower real quick. Didn't work out. Was hoping that my spear goblins would be able to, you know, get some chip damage. But there I go, starting to chip away at the tower. I lightning the tower and the Expo, so that's good. My skeleton army's just going to take out the princess. He keeps going for those fireballs, though. And my lumberjack coming in hot. All I have to do is cycle around to my lightning, and it's GG. Nothing he can do about it. Game over. I double-checked to make sure my lightning was going to take that out, because if I committed 6 elixir to not taking the tower out, that really would have sucked. But let's go ahead and jump into this. Is a regular battle. I haven't been doing so hot. I think I dropped like 200 trophies. You know, I have a bunch of excuses. Everyone's cheating. Just kidding. No one's cheating yet. They're not cheating. But anyways, this guy's got the hog fire spirits going on, so I just see if I could get a quick little push here. Get a few shots off. The Mega Minion takes out one of his minions, but not all of them. So he's going to get a couple shots in on my tower. Oh, just one. And yes, I do have the advantage of level 11 versus level 10. But he drops his pump, so I'm going to wait until he's got a troop in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this hog at 10 elixir and wait for him to drop his troop and lightning all of it. Now I took out his pump and one of his barbs, and I got 300 hit points off of his tower. So he's got this small little push with this giant. I'm going to go ahead and distract him with this tombstone. Hit the log. I barely missed the archer, unfortunately, but giant goes down. Mega Minion takes out the archer and that last barbarian. So what looked like a really good push for him gets completely shut down. And now he goes for this very irritating hog minion push because he's got 2 troops that target defenses. So I either have to use the tombstone against his hog or I have to use the tombstone against his giant. And I don't have a cycle deck per se, so I can't cycle around quickly enough to get that tombstone up for the hog and for the giant. So that made it pretty difficult for me to play it. But he kept making the mistake of playing his elixir pump. So I'm going to push with the hog again to lightning the tower, the elixir pump, and a barbarian. So now the barbarians are a little bit easier to deal with. I'm gonna log all of it, take out another barbarian, just put in some support troops as much as possible, just distract everything, and finally everything locks onto the hog right before he gets a ton of damage on my tower. Now I get to push in with this hog, throw this log behind it, takes out the tower. I can't stand the barbarians, so beating this guy felt very, very good. And he's distracted by the tombstone again. This is actually a really good push, but you just can't stop me. I got that rage from the lumberjack taking everything out, which is awesome. But yeah, that's how you get wrecked by my deck. Don't use barbarians. Don't use the minion horde. You guys, you're better than that. You are much better than that. And for those of you who watched the King's Cup tournament, unfortunately no YouTubers won, and unfortunately Chris didn't make it in, which really upsets me because he's really good and I think he would have done well. But oh well. And some guy from HKE Sports won the whole thing. And he's not even good. He just used a golem deck. And at least Chris used a rendition of my original deck that nobody uses. So like, we're the cool kids on the block and everyone else is just boring, use the same thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait for them to do more King's Cup challenges because those are a lot of fun. So if you guys didn't play it, you should definitely try it out and get used to how it's played because it's a ton of fun. Anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, give me some likes, and that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Cheese out.